Hello everybody, weebrabbit here, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we are back with another tier list. We promised we would be back with one sooner, and here we are. And today we are looking at a Super Mario RPG character tier list. Of course, I say we because I am not alone. Legend of Jonathan is here. Say hello real quick.
Yo, what's up guys? It's me, the Legend of Jonathan. You heard the man. We are back with another tier list, and today we're doing Super Mario RPG because, we beat the game not that long ago,
Yeah, we beat it not that long ago. Went through the whole story, did where we could get to with the secret bosses, and yeah, I just felt right to just do a tier list. It's funny because we literally, full disclosure, did the Kingdom Hearts 1 Worlds 1 just because we're feeling nostalgic for Kingdom Hearts for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And afterwards we're like, why did we not do one for Super Mario RPG when we just beat the game? Like, that would make so much sense. We're like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So I just felt like it made sense, right?
It made sense, yeah.
Yeah, so today we're going to do the Super Mario RPG character tier list. Obviously, it would be hard to get every single character on here. So what we try to do is a mix of the playable characters, some notable NPCs, and the, enemies / recurring people that you fight, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So that's kind of how we did it, because obviously there's a dozen characters more we could have added, but, it would be like a lot. Some of them don't really do much. They're kind of just there.
Like
so
that,
we kind of, like what?
Like that toad with the bazooka?
Yeah, like Bazooka Toad. Now you're wrong, man. Bazooka Toad would be S tier for sure. But no, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like imagine just putting like Toad. Yeah. You see him once at the beginning, and he leads you, but like he's not that memorable, honestly. Yeah. So we're trying to focus more on people like playable characters, notable NPCs, and people that you kind of fight. They're like a recurring thing, right?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, when we loaded it up once more, we were using Open Tier Boy, as we mentioned last time, because we like the platform. We loaded up all our images. It put them in ABC order, which is kind of funny. And for this one, we didn't really mess with the order of them or anything. So we're just like, yeah, let's just leave them in ABC order. Why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, our tiers are going to be S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and finally unmemorable.
Yeah.
Because the way we're going to try to kind of list these guys, rank them, is how memorable do we think they are? How cool do we think the fight against them was? Do they have like an interesting gimmick? Just like overall, what impression did they leave on us? Whether it was good or bad. Like, even if it was bad, maybe that could at least kind of like, oh, well, at least I remember them. From like they were hard or something, right? And then unmemorable is just like the worst, where it's like, honestly, they didn't even really matter. The game could have been the same without them, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, first off, since we're going in ABC order, we're going to start with the 𝐥𝐸𝐬 Rangers. And that's right, we're just going to do the whole team. I feel like they're like a all-in-one package. And so what do you think? Where should we put the 𝐥𝐸𝐬 Rangers?
I think I'm going to start them off in A, not going to lie.
You're thinking A?
Yeah.
All right, what holds them back from being like an S tier for you?
Well, yes, they are memorable, which let's be honest, a lot of the characters in this game are memorable.
That's true, yeah.
Like, I don't know, I feel like they're very, they're very last minute. They're just kind of like, you can even think of them like the Ginyu Force, where yes, they're memorable, but you don't think of them as like the big part of the game, or like the big important, like, oh, these are the henchmen that like whatever.
Yeah,
it's just that they're kind of there.
I can kind of see what you mean. I think that they are pretty memorable. The fight against them is pretty cool because it's all the different.
It's difficult too.
Yeah, it's all the different. Yeah, we had trouble with it actually. It's the different Rangers. Each one has like a different gimmick. It's really cool that they all like team up. You have to fight them aboard their gunship, all that stuff. But I think you're right. The one thing keeping them from S is the fact that they feel very like last minute. They just come out of nowhere. You defeat them and that's it. Like maybe if they were like a recurring thing, like at least one other time you would have seen them, I think they would have been like S tier because they'd be like more like they stuck around. You know,
especially if we had encountered them maybe in the mines. We'll just say that as an example. Like if something like that, where like, oh, get it, like they're interacting and they're trying to get to whoever else on this list, which he's down there.
Yeah,
like that would make sense because it's like, get it, like they're trying to get the star. That person's stubborn. And they're like, okay, we have to move on. Let's go. Like that would make you kind of like,
oh, I guess we're not gonna fight them. Or like, it would have been cool if you like fought them once earlier, but then for whatever reason, yeah, like they leave, they run
like
away.
A lot of RPG bosses.
Yeah,
where they
and then later, that's when you have like the big fight against them. That could be cool too.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Even though they are very cool, I do really like them. Unfortunately, like they're not quite like perfection, which what I think is the S tier is like the most memorable, the most like perfection. I think you're right. I think an A tier is about right. Like, they're almost there, but not quite.
Yeah, basically.
All right, next one. I think we both agree.
Oh yeah,
Baby Fat, aka Big Yoshi.
He's S tier, yeah.
S tier for sure.
Come on, man, like
S tier. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, obviously not. Big Yoshi's cool. I like that they actually made him a thing. But honestly, like he's pretty mid tier.
I
like,
feel like he's just an Easter egg.
Yeah, he's more of an Easter egg.
I didn't even know that it was actually an Easter egg in the original game. I thought it was like kind of a lot of people were saying it was edited, but no, it's like this hidden Easter egg and Super Mario RPG. So it's kind of like, how do you like not many people know about it? It's more of a meme, if anything.
Yeah, well, he's fun. Like come on, he kind of just sits there. He doesn't really do much. Even like the having to give him like the cookies for like the items isn't even that great.
Yeah, it really is.
Like maybe if he was like had some fun dialogue or something.
But his dialogue's basically just feed me more cookies.
Yeah, like he's fun. I think he like it really. The fact that he's like a meme, the fact that he's an Easter egg, really like does a lot of the legwork. But like, come on, it only goes so far.
Yeah,
right?
It goes so far. Yeah.
So I think he's about like a B tier. I think he's like right like in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. Like honestly, it's good that he's there. I like that the Easter egg thing. Is like, oh, he's there and all that stuff. But and not only that, but they call him Baby Fat.
Yeah.
Come on, that's pretty lame. If he was called like Big Yoshi, I would have to give him an S tier.
Or Big Yoshi or something.
Yeah, but the fact that he's just Baby Fat, like, okay, I dropped you down a few pegs, my boy. You know what I mean? So
yeah, what a weird name to give him.
I know. Yeah. So B for Baby Fat. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is Balone. What do you think of Balone? Like, he feels like the first real big threat if you're not prepared for it.
Yeah. And he's super weird, too.
Yeah, like, I don't know what to think about him, because you fight him twice, 3 times if you count the secret boss.
One, yeah.
It's really, he has an interesting thing, like, the whole fact that he, like, licks you, and he, like, can paralyze, I think he can, like, give you fear. The fact that, he can clone you is pretty interesting. His temple, the second time you fight him, that's pretty cool. I don't know, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of complicated because I feel like they do kind of like... I don't know, like, it's weird to say they build off of him, but they kind of do. But then I feel like, again, kind of typical Mario thing, they never have to explain why there's a temple about him, and like...
Yeah.
Like, it feels like very, like, again, he's just kind of there. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, his design is cool, but it's not, like, super cool.
He's just, like, this weird dog-looking thing.
I don't know, man. I still kind of want to put him in A tier. Because, again, he is a pretty memorable boss. The fact that you fight him a few times. The fact that he, like, makes the clones of you and everything. Mm-hmm. He's pretty memorable. He has impact to the story. It feels like, at least for me, I remember when I played, back as a kid... He did, like, kind of, like he was kind of creepy, and stuff. Like, you meet him, like, underground and stuff. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to give him, like, an A, but I don't know if you agree with that. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess I would give him an A, too.
All right. For now, I think A sounds about right.
Especially because, again, he plays a bigger part than, obviously, Baby Fat. So we'll mention that. So there's that,
Yeah. Next up, what about Boomer? Boomer, I don't know, man.
Same thing. I feel like Boomer's kind of just like an Action Ranger kind of thing. But I feel like, honestly, out of all these fights, I will admit I did forget about the Boomer fight.
Yeah.
I feel like he kind of just exists as like a weird filler.
Yeah, because it's so random, right? It feels like they just needed... It feels like they just needed something for you to fight at the end of, like, Bowser's Keep.
Yeah.
Before you reach the roof, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like...
And I'm telling you,
like, his whole thing is memorable with, like, suppose he's like a samurai, so he's gonna, like, kill himself. But, like, besides that, the fight itself isn't even that special. So, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, B or C, but I don't know what you think.
Like, maybe, like B, I guess?
I'm thinking B.
Just because, again, he plays a bigger part, at least.
Yeah, like, okay, he's the last person you fight before you reach, like, the roof of Bowser's Keep. His, ending is kind of memorable, I guess. Kind of makes you go, like, oh, damn, that was kind of sad or whatever. But, I don't know. I'm honestly kind of, like, torn between B and C. I will put it at B for right now, just because you said B, but I am almost thinking even C, honestly.
I mean, if you want, you can put it in C, because it is kind of true, especially because he just feels like he's just filler. Like, you could forget about him, and then you wouldn't even,
like, the one thing that keeps him from being unmemorable is the fact that, like, how he dies, basically.
Yeah.
But, like, his fight isn't even that, like, hard or anything, either. It's just, like, whatever.
If anything, it basically is just the Bowser fight again.
Kind of, yeah,
Basically,
yeah. You're not even wrong. Yeah, it's really just the Bowser fight again.
Except you have 2 other party members.
Yeah, honestly, I think C's about right.
Okay.
Okay, next up, our boy Booster.
Okay, Booster is memorable.
Okay, that's like S tier.
Yeah.
Like, so many people freaking love this weird little guy. The voice he gave him was really funny. I never would have imagined him still being like this like weird gruff guy. You mean with this weird like
cow,
like this weird like a lol cow that like talks with like a weird little like lisp. But he's like a little man child and like it fits though. It fits.
I was gonna say it's like Turkey Tom says or whatever in that one video. The Fortnite accent, like
something like that.
It was something dumb, yeah.
Oh my god! So I think S tier for sure. It's one of those
Yeah.
characters that I wish they would bring him like back in some way. Because
Like,
again,
even
we've
if it's a spin-off. Like,
yeah, because we've seen like even like Mario Bros 2. That's supposed to be like, oh, that wasn't even like
a Mario game.
But then like a bunch of the characters came over.
Yeah.
Like it would be great to see Booster. Like if they ever make a sequel again, we've talked about it. Fingers crossed. Now that like you know Square and Nintendo, they're on better terms. The fact that they even made this game, whatever. Like it would be great to see Booster come back, see what he's up to, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
He's a really memorable character. He's like a little
Everyone
weirdo.
always brings him up.
Yeah, he's like a little weirdo. Yeah, like everyone loves Booster, man. Like in his weird way. And then like that freaking fight against him, the secret boss fight was like really weird too.
Like very gimmicky, and then like the fact that he instant kills you is crazy. And he laughs about it even after you're dead. Like you see it. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a weird guy, but I like him. He's cool.
It's a crazy fight for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's our first S tier. Pretty cool. Next up is Boshi. I kind of disappointed in Boshi.
Yeah.
Boshi has like a really cool design, but then like he's not that memorable. Like literally, he's being kind of a jerk at the beginning, and after one race, he kind of just gives up, and he just is there.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at least it feels like there's a recurring thing where like you have to beat him like a few times to like, gain his respect or something, right?
Yeah.
Like one race, and you like don't even have to like really.
Yeah. Or you would think that he would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you next time, Yoshi," or something. But he never like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's not.
You want to put him like in a C or like a B or?
I think I'm gonna put him in B behind Baby Fat, just because his design is pretty memorable, and it is one of those things that you do remember. To be fair, you remember, okay, when you go to the Yoshis, you have to beat that blue Yoshi with the shades. You know, he looks kind of like
a jerk and stuff.
Yeah, like it is memorable at least, but I just wish he had more of an impact.
Yeah,
I wish he was more of a recurring thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think B right in the middle is about fine. Like he's, you remember him. He does stand out, but there's not really much to him.
There's not much. Yeah.
All right, next up, Bowser. I mean,
pretty self-explanatory.
I think that Bowser's gonna be an S tier. This was like
upon him.
Huh?
They build upon him rather good, especially for the fact that he's a reoccurring villain at this point. Like again, it's the beginning. You know what I mean?
Fact that this is so early in the Mario series, and they gave him characterization before any other like RPG game.
Yeah.
And even now, it still stands.
Out.
It still stands out. Yeah, it's just really fun that he is doing his usual thing. He gets kicked out of his castle. He's kind of mopey about it. I love how he has like that mix of like trying to be tough and he's mopey. He has like the little cry face and stuff.
Yeah.
But then he has like the characterization too, like where he when he like sees his people and they're like in Monster Town, and he treats his people well. And that's something that's always been interesting about Bowser. Like he always like has like a weird camaraderie with like his army and like his people, which is really interesting. So he's just like an interesting character like that. Like the fact that he's like, oh, you guys are my minions, because he like wants to help or whatever, or needs help, but he's too like big to admit it and stuff. Like I think he's really fun. I think the characterization is really fun. Even though a lot of people say that they don't usually use him, they say he's kind of like not that great compared to other party members. I like using him.
I still like using him.
I like using him and stuff. I like his attacks. So for me, he's an S tier. I think it's really fun.
For sure. Man.
I think it's pretty memorable in this title, Next up is Boyer.
Okay, I'm gonna be for reals. Even as a kid, this guy was memorable for sure.
Yeah.
Especially that Bruce Lee line. That's the part that caught me.
Yeah, and then the fact that he does the gimmick where he locks your buttons.
I think that made him really interesting.
Like that is pretty cool. Yeah. So I don't think he's like perfect.
But he for sure is one of those top A though, I feel.
Yeah, I think he's for sure is an A. You remember him. The fight against him where he locks your buttons is memorable. The lines he has are like pretty funny. His crazy look,
Yeah, like for some reason.
Yeah, all that stuff. Like for me, he's an A. Like he definitely feels like he really has a good gimmick. it's one of the first people you fight that this makes you go like, oh, okay, so Smithy's army is going to be like all these living weapons. Cool. Like he stands out, in a weird way. So for me, I can see him being an A. It would be one of those things where for whatever reason he were to like come back in like a sequel. I wouldn't mind. I mean, oh cool, Boyer's back.
Especially because we knew that there's more of these guys. So that's the thing that makes it kind of crazy. Like, what the heck? Like,
yeah. So for me, I think an A's about right. I think he's pretty memorable. I think the fight against him is interesting. It's something you remember. It's not something you're like, oh yeah, I don't remember fighting him. It was so boring. He doesn't stand out.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, next up, I think we can agree.
This is unmemorable.
Yeah, I think this will be our first unmemorable. The Chancellor, he's just so boring. Like, it's interesting.
He's basically just the precursor to
𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐿.
He's the predecessor to him. Basically.
Yeah, and even though it's kind of interesting that like, for the first time you're like, oh, there's someone that like he's, I guess, the one that's in charge of like the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
But he doesn't stand out in any way.
Yeah.
Like, he's so boring, and like he doesn't do anything. He's just there.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't even know why they included him. Why didn't they just literally say that it's Peach's castle and she runs the Mushroom Kingdom? And so when she leaves, like, there wouldn't even be an issue in the first place.
There really wouldn't, yeah.
Like it does. He does nothing for the story. Like, if he at least was like, oh, I don't know. He's unmemorable to me. Like, he literally, you talk to him once and like that's it. Like, who cares? Like, he's such a who cares character.
It's really weird, yeah.
For me, yeah, he's unmemorable. It's like, who gives a shit, honestly. So yeah, I think he's about right there. Like, whatever, who cares? Next up, Chef Tort. We're gonna count as Chef Tort and his apprentice because remember there is the other guy. I just feel like having to put two because they look the same basically.
Yeah.
So it's Chef Tort slash and apprentice. I don't know.
This one's kind of difficult too.
Because they are memorable. With the accents, the fact that they summon a living cake for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Then the secret boss fight where they just still have the freaking cake around for no reason. I don't know. I really, really don't know. Like, I don't think they're S tier. I don't think they're as memorable as like the A tiers. But I don't know if I feel right putting them B tier though, because they are more reoccurring. And they are more interesting. And the fact that they summon the cake, which is what
if we at least
pretty hard boss,
Put it at least like at the top B.
Top B.
Like above Baby Fat.
Okay, I can see that. Because I don't know if I really see them as like an A. Especially because like their design too. It's like other enemies look like that. Maybe if they had like a unique design, that would be like an A. I think that's part of it. I think the fact that they just look like a general grunt.
Yeah.
So I think top of B is about right. I could see that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Because they are a recurring character. They are pretty interesting with the whole chefs and the accents and stuff. But I think the only thing keeping them from like being higher than a B is the fact that their design could use a little just something, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So all right, I think a B. I could see that. Next up, Cinder Toad. So he's this guy that's in the volcano and he gives us our hotel / store before the Axum Rangers fight and all that.
I mean, there's boxes.
Yeah, you sleep on the boxes. That was pretty funny. He has a cool design. The fact that like, why does this Toad just look like a total like badass biker guy or whatever?
He looks like he's like a rock star.
Yeah.
Like, he would have his own band and stuff. He would be like.
I think the same thing though. I like his design. What he does, he's very helpful, sure.
But I feel like he's not too memorable.
Yeah, I think like a B's about right. What do you think? Just middle of the road?
Yeah, that's...
Like, he's not unmemorable. I do like what he does for the story. It's kind of cool that like, oh, Cinder Toad will meet you. He'll help you out, and this guy just pops out and he has like a cool look. But I think that's about it, right? He's like middle of the road. It's just like he's all right, but Again, maybe if you had seen him at least more than once, I think it would have like
that would have
a lot of these characters. That's why it's a shame that some of these characters they kind of just do like one thing in the story and then kind of just like that's it.
That's it. That's their full
Yeah, so I think B's about right. So next up, Clay Morton. So is this technically like the first?
Hey, this is the first fight we have.
The first of Smithy's men, right?
Yeah, we fight him at the castle.
Because I was thinking Boyer, but no, yeah, Clay Morton's the first one.
Yeah, because basically Boyer's the one where you kind of get the image that these are going to be the type of guys we're going to fight. That they're all weapons. Like saying like it's not just
yeah.
Clay Morton, I did like his fight, both in the original and the remake. I feel like in the original, of course, it was a bit more difficult.
I like his design, you know, guy in like a weird pogo stick.
Especially because, like, you kind of like the pogo stick's the thing that takes it away the most. So you kind of forget that it's a little like weird little heartless guy on top, controlling the weird like sword pogo stick.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might put him an A right with Boyer. Because again, he's a pretty memorable first fight. The fact that all the little shy guys are on like little pogo stick things.
Yeah, for sure.
You get in there, this guy's here. That's where you're like, oh, what a weird looking guy. He's like a weird like weapon thing.
And he tries to take over basically immediately.
Yeah, like he's pretty memorable. His fight is fun. That's where they really encourage you to use jump for the first time, like really and stuff. And I think an A is about right. You know, I think he's a pretty cool boss. Again, it's another boss that if he were to come back in a sequel, I would be like, oh, cool. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, I would be like, oh, cool, Claymore's back. You know, let's see what he's up to. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Next up are Cloaker and Domino. I put them together just because you fight them at the same time, honestly. I gotta admit, I'm kind of disappointed in them. I expected more based on where you fight them. Because you fight them in the weapon world. They're one of the last things you fight before you really go towards the factory.
Yeah.
I thought
they're very fillerish. That's pretty much.
Yeah, unfortunately, they feel okay. You know what? They're the same as Boomer. They feel fillerish, which is kind of a shame. I expected more from them, but honestly, they feel like they just come out of nowhere, and there's not really much to their fight. Like, okay, yeah, one of them is like a healer, one of them is like the attacker, but like,
yeah,
like Domino's so easy to take down, like so quick. It feels like it doesn't even really matter, and like,
if you think about it, the way the fight works too. Is you kind of just think about like the concept of, oh, get it? These are just like if they're Smithy, these guys are kind of there at the top too. Like, oh, get it? These are like the top of the line of like these like mechanical guys. Like these are like his friends. I can even go as far as kind of like making it sound.
But again, like the fact that
but that's kind of it. They're not.
And then like it's a shame because other characters like Boyer, okay, they show that they're kind of unhinged. Claymore, you can tell he's kind of like a weird, like almost delinquent type trying to take over like the kingdom. But Cloak and Domino, you get nothing from them. That's why I think
they're just kind of like, oh yeah, like you're passing the line. Let's just fight you.
Yeah, like I'm kind of torn between C and unmemorable, honestly. Like for me, like.
Oh, actually no. You know what? I will say unmemorable because I honestly forgot about them when I played the game. Yeah. I remember everything after that, but not yeah, I definitely forgot about them for sure.
Should we put them in unmemorable or should we put them in C?
Unmemorable because I'm pretty sure when you mentioned like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to fight so and so and so and so. I remember I'm like, who are those? Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of a shame because like their designs aren't bad.
Again, they're very up there.
Yeah. Then the fact that you defeat one and the other one like goes into like the mad or adder or like the bad adder, but like again, like I don't know, they just feel like really missing potential, right? Like I don't know, man. Like unmemorable. Like if they didn't come back, if they removed them from the game, I probably wouldn't even give a shit, honestly. So
I probably wouldn't even notice that.
Yeah, which is weird because you compare it to this Countdown, it's just a clock. But to me, Countdown was more memorable than Cloaker and Domino.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Like, because at least it's kind of cool, like, oh, the gimmick where, like, each hour has, like, a different, like, thing going on.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say it's A tier, but I wouldn't mind putting it, like, how should we put C or B?
Like, at least the bottom of C. I mean, bottom of B.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why, too, though? Because it kind of feels like, you know, like, again, in RPGs where you come across some sort of rare enemy or even like a boss that like people don't, you know, it's kind of like that, like a Final Fantasy boss, like the Hell House. It's
yeah, maybe that's why it stands out to me because it feels like something along that style, like, and like the fact that it has like an interesting gimmick. Like compared to Cloaker and Domino, where you think they're gonna have an interesting gimmick, but they don't. Like the guy being a healer / magic doesn't even feel that memorable. Like
that's just kind of any other.
And it's crazy because this is a clock. It doesn't even have like a personality. But yet it feels more memorable. Like I would put it like right in the middle. Like it's actually kind of like a cool boss. Like as a boss, I guess it's kind of weird. I wouldn't have minded if they had made it like a recurring enemy for like the weapon world. Yeah. Where you can run into them every so often.
Or maybe like a rare one that you run into.
Yeah. And like maybe give it less health or something. Yeah. But it would have been an interesting like little recurring enemy, honestly. But I don't mind Countdown. I think it's actually kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, next one's Croco.
Or Croco, whatever how you say it. Yeah. Alright, so you fight him a few times. I do remember he's memorable to me because when I was a kid, I had trouble, you know, fighting him. Took me like some work.
Yeah.
It's weird how later he just like has like a face turn for no reason though. I never really understood that.
It's like you could tell there was probably gonna be more there, and they just like didn't put anything there.
I think he kind of goes, man, like I don't know if I want to put him in B because he is more recurring though.
And I think a lot of people usually remember him more too.
I guess we can put him in A. I think bottom of A though.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I do remember for sure.
And I guess to be fair, he is a character that I wouldn't mind. Like, again, if there was like a potential sequel, right? Seeing what he's up to now, if he still had that
he could be like
face turn,
some shady business guy.
Yeah, right. Like something like that would be interesting. I would be interested in seeing more of him. I guess he is pretty memorable. How you run into him in different locations. Yeah, you know, I think an A is about right. He's not like S tier. He's not like super the best, but I think he's pretty good. I think A tier makes sense for him. The more I think about it,
Yeah.
like it's kind of a shame that like you kind of don't see him for like a big stretch of time, and at the end he has like a random face turn, which is really weird. But honestly, he is a pretty good recurring guy. So you know, A tier is about right.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Next up, 𝐿𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 recurring character. You know, you fight the 2D version of him. In the original, the fact that he was the secret boss, the fact that here you fight the 2D version of him, he evolves and becomes 3D, the fact that we couldn't even beat him because he's that difficult, like, he's just such an interesting character. It's another character, like, damn, not only is he memorable, he feels like he is a part of the identity of Super Mario RPG, but the fact that I would want to see him come back, I would love to see him appear in something else. Like, we talked about it when we were playing it. It'd be crazy to see him as, like, a, just some sort of, like, a, you know, he appears like in Kingdom Hearts or something.
Especially because, like, again, we talk about like he's one of those characters that it feels like he's an example of like other characters from other media where like they kind of transcend like a universe and they'll pop up in other stuff that has nothing to do with them. It's like that. So we're like, could you imagine him being in Kingdom Hearts? Because he's like one of those characters that no, like they represent Square, if anything. If you think about it.
Yeah, it's so cool. I would not mind seeing like a fight against him, like in Kingdom Hearts 4, or even if it's not even like a fight, like oh, you fight him like officially, like you know, like for instance, Birth by Sleep, there's like that little arena where you fight like the different like Heartless. Even if it's something like that, where it's just like a little extra fight somewhere, or if it's like
a secret boss there.
Yeah, or if it's like oh, you fight him because you know how like Kingdom Hearts 4 is supposed to be about like kind of like a weird mix of like the real world, which for them is like an other world or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, you at Sora's like apartment, you like turn on his like game system, or you go to like an arcade and you can fight him there in traditional like turn-based combat. Like anything.
That would make sense, especially because like even with an idea like that, I feel like it would be great because Kingdom Hearts doesn't use a traditional thing, but when it has, people have always liked it.
Yeah, so like any sort of appearance from him would be great, man. Like it would be cool.
It would be crazy.
Or like freaking hell, put him in freaking Final Fantasy VII, whatever the third one's gonna be called.
Like whatever it could
like
be.
Have him in that, like again, that thing where you usually fight all of the summons, all of the what do you call it? Oh my god, what's the name for
the whatever his name is, Chadley or whatever?
Yeah, you know how he has all the guys there, like Bahamut and Titan and all those guys, and you can fight them in that like virtual thing.
And then it has like the cool information. Yeah, it literally could be that.
Have 𝐿𝐸𝐿 there. That'd be pretty cool.
And he could be like some ultimate summon.
Yeah. So for reals, man, just like this is such a cool character, man. So
yeah, that's the thing.
So S tier for sure. S tier for sure. Next up is 𝐸𝐸 I only put one form of it. Obviously, there's 𝐸𝐸, and then I forget what the other one's called, where it becomes like all bones. I really like this fight. Yeah, I think it's a pretty fun fight. I think it's really cool how it's like the only, except for I guess like Smithy, right? Mm-hmm. That you defeat one form of it, and then like oh no, there's like another form.
Yeah, that was
and like the fake out and stuff is pretty cool. So for me, it's definitely memorable. The question is, I don't know exactly where to put it. Like I don't know.
I don't know either because
I don't know if it's quite an S tier. I don't know if it's quite like it's like the identity of some RPG. But I think it's like a definite A.
Do you want to put it like like A? But
I think right here's fine.
Right there at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not like it's a recurring thing.
Yeah.
So that reminds me actually. And then I guess maybe we can put Croco like right here, like something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But 𝐸𝐸, I still really like it. Again, it's kind of a shame you only fight it once. It's not like it feels like, again, S tier for me is kind of like, it's like tied to the identity of Super Mario RPG.
Like, people remember it for sure, yeah.
Like, it's one of the first things you remember, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
But I still think Zard Dragon is really cool, and I really like the different phases and like the fake out and all that stuff. I think it's really cool. So you know. All right, cool. Next up, Dodo. What's up?
For me, I will admit this is an S for me.
You get an S tier?
Yeah.
I'm not that fond of Dodo. I think he's kind of dumb. I think he's kind of whatever. But I don't know. I can kind of see it though, because it is pretty funny, like his part of the story. The thing where he's like, pecking the statues.
Oh, the fourth wall break right there.
Fourth wall breaking. The fact that he, he's supposed to be like Mallow's replacement. His team up with Valentina. One of those characters that I guess I would be interested to see what happens to him, because later we can hear and see that Valentina, later she's hitting on Booster. She's trying to get with him, but we don't really find out what happens to Dodo. I don't think we find out.
Yeah, we don't find out. So
I don't know about S tier though. S tier sounds like it's a little too...
What about A?
No, but then A feels like too low for him though. I get what you mean.
You can't put him like at the top of A or something.
No, I think S tier's fine. I guess S tier's fine. The fact that he is like a recurring thing, he plays a big part as the usurper, trying to pretend he's Mallow and stuff. Yeah. Being Valentina's henchman, the fight you have against him is pretty cool and stuff, I guess. I guess I'm fine with S.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those characters that, I guess you do remember it, right? Mm-hmm. You do remember when you're thinking about Mario RPG, you remember like, oh yeah, there's that part where there's, like the freaking big old dumb bird that he's pretending he's Mallow and, the fourth wall breaking.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm fine with S. It's fine.
Yeah.
Next up, Dyna and Might, the little moles that you save. For me, they're fine. I think they're like a B tier. They're not like super
that's
special.
What I was gonna say too, yeah.
Like they don't have like a place in my heart or anything, but I do think they're cute. I think it is kind of memorable to the extent that like, oh yeah, part of the that dungeon is that you have to save like these little mole kids and you rescue them and then you ride in the cart with them on the way out, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think in the middle is about fine. Like,
I could see that. Yeah.
Like, they're not super memorable. I'm not gonna say like, they're my favorite characters ever. But I think they're fine, I think right in the middle is about fine. They're more memorable than a lot of other NPCs, honestly, so...
That is true,
so yeah. Next up, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 has to be an S tier.
He's literally the plot device, if you think about it.
Like, legit, for a lot of people... Oh yeah, how should we reorder these? How about...
I feel like Kulix is like right there, maybe?
And then 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤, then Booster, then Bowser. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, something like that. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤, like, legit, before people really get to Smithy and see what he actually looks like, again, a lot of people probably, like, I think they have the misconception, they think that is Smithy.
Yeah.
Or that Smithy looks like that, and, like, this is, like, something that looks like him, and, like, no, it's, like, this other weird, it's, like, their vehicle, it's, like, their vessel that they use
and it's,
to,
like, sentient and stuff.
Yeah, it's just, like, really cool, and, yeah, like, the fact that, like, it's such an impression. The way he sits there on the title screen, the way that he's the one that breaks...
Oh, he's creepy too.
Yeah, and the fact that he breaks through the heavens and lands in Bowser's Keep and just sits there it's just so cool.
You approach him and he even says like, oh, like, you can't step further from here, and like that crazy message and everything with the Bowser music by
from
Final Fantasy. So that's what's crazy.
Like 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐤 is great, man. Like 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐤 legit, like again. Yeah. I think S tier is like who's someone that's like kind of tied to the identity of Super Mario RPG, and I think 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐤
really is. Yeah,
really is. Like honestly, he does even better than Smithy, because Smithy you don't even like know what he looks like until the end. Honestly,
yeah.
Like Smithy's memorable for other reasons, but 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐤 is almost like the face. Like he's on like the cover and everything. You know what I mean?
You associate him with the game.
Yeah, legit. It's like 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐤 has to be S tier.
Okay.
Frog Sage.
Yeah.
I don't know, because... Okay, it's pretty memorable, He's
the plot device of like, oh, get it, Mallow, you're not actually a frog.
And the fact that you can't go back to him for advice, that's pretty cool. He is kind of funny, and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I consider him S tier. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. Like even if I personally don't really visit him because I don't need his help, but he is S tier though, right? Because he is part of the identity. Like, he's literally Mallow's grandpa. He's literally the wise guy that when you need help, you can go talk to him.
Yeah.
He literally is the guy that, like, sets so much stuff in motion, right?
I guess it's that, and then again, like, if I mention, like, Booster, how he's memorable in 𝐸𝐤𝐤𝐤 or not, like, yeah, almost everything from the 2000s when people bring up the game, like that little music video that What's-His-Name had made and all that, Like, yeah, the Frog Sage was in it.
Yeah, Frog Sage slash, you know, a lot of people still call him, like, Frog Fuchsius or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just in their mind, right? Like it's in their mind so much that, like, even if people tell them, like, no, you know, Frog Sage to be more accurate to the translation, like, people probably will, like, keep calling him Frog Fuchsius, honestly.
Yeah.
So, honestly, you can't really argue that, right? Like, he is S tier.
Like, he really is, yeah.
And he's more memorable than...
Dodo.
Than Dodo, for sure. Like, maybe, like, right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think S tier because he just like is part of the identity basically.
Yeah.
All right, same thing with 𝐥𝐤𝐤. 𝐥𝐤𝐤 already know he's gonna have to go up here. Honestly, he kind of goes like right here. For a lot of people, he is more memorable than all these characters. He's more memorable than Booster. Some people they won't shut up about how they want 𝐥𝐤𝐤 in Smash Bros. Even though he's only been like in one game. And you know, I'm not like that crazy about 𝐥𝐤𝐤. I'm not gonna say he's like my favorite character ever, like some people. But he is a pretty cool character. I do like the part he plays in the story, and I think he is really cool, like his design.
Nice if he came back for sure.
Yeah, again, I don't know about like Smash Bros. I don't think he's like that memorable, but like for him to come back like in a sequel or something, where he's like I'm back, maybe with like an updated like design, but like still 𝐥𝐤𝐤, but like a little bit updated.
Like a new like doll. Like we can even say like, oh, get it? Like this is like the newest model of the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 doll, this and that. It's like a maybe an action figure.
Yeah,
it's
something.
Like
yeah, and so it has like a bit of changes to it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but like, I would love to see 𝐥𝐤𝐤 come back. He's super memorable to the story again. He's like a big part of the identity. He has to be obviously like a S tier, yeah. Jinx. Jinx is probably an A tier for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna be for reals. I didn't know about Jinx until we got to.
Well, that's a skill issue thing. Man. I'm sorry, but that's you. You know, that's a skill issue. But I think A tier because again, it's pretty cool. He's in Monster Town. You can fight him many times. His fights having like different gimmicks to him, especially that last one, the secret boss fight. The fact that he's like a little tiny guy, but he like kicks ass and stuff. He has a dojo. For me, he's an A tier. I think he's pretty cool. I'm trying to think where I want to put him. Like, I don't think he stands out to me, like, to be fair, as much as, like these two guys, these two weapon guys, but he's pretty up there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, again, like, he's just really cool. Like, he's a little tiny guy, you fight him. The fact that he's, like, this martial arts master, and, like, he gives you some pretty good items when you fight him and stuff like that, and if you don't have, a skill issue like Legend of Jonathan, then you fight him a few times and stuff, so, you know.
But it's because I didn't even know his existence, legit.
Bro, you literally, he has a house that has a J on it. Like, you never went in there?
No.
Well, that's a skill issue, I'm sorry.
Dude, I was busy trying to beat the game.
You didn't explore it. You didn't explore it enough, man. That's your fault.
I want to just beat the game, that's it. Like,
you didn't explore it enough, man. That's on you, you know? So, A tier. Yeah, skill issue, Legend of Jonathan, you know. Yeah. You forgive him, folks, you know. Next up, Johnny. Damn, I don't know if he's quite an S tier. He's definitely an A tier, though, but I don't know.
Like an A tier? Because, like, to be fair, out of all the fights, like, his was cool, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think, because, like, super tied to, like, the identity of Super Mario RPG itself, I don't quite think so. Like, the fact that he's not even one of, like Smithy's...
It feels weird because he doesn't even, like, feel like any of the other guys we fought him before or even after either.
Like, he definitely has a cool factor. The fact that he fights you, he's a guy that loves fighting, he has, like, the sunken ship, the fact that he does help you when, later one of the guys we're talking about, like, a sack, when he's, like, trying to, like, attack everybody. But, like, I don't know if he's quite S tier, though. Like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think A tier for sure. Maybe, like, right behind Jinx. He's definitely a cool character. But he's not like a character that I say is like, oh man, he's like tied to like the idea of Super Mario RPG itself.
Yeah, I feel like people kind of forget about him pretty.
Honestly, like I'm pretty sure people honestly probably remember the King Calamari more.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think that's kind of the thing where like you see Johnny, you're like, oh yeah, it's Johnny. Like that's it.
But you probably remember more of the fact that like, oh, you have to go
the giant squid.
Yeah, after you go underground and you solve the puzzles and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
basically. Yeah.
Like honestly, I think so. So I think an A is about right. He's a very cool design. I do like that you fight him. I like that his character, that he helps you out. The secret boss fight against him was like pretty interesting. Like, the whole gimmick of like the one-on-one. I've been able to use the items and stuff. But I think like an A tier is about right.
Yeah.
Next up, Mallow. What can I say?
He's
unmemorable. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, he's an S tier for sure. He's another one of those characters that he's basically like part of the identity of Mario RPG. He's the first buddy you get and stuff.
Yeah, literally you look at the game too, and everyone's like, oh yeah, like, you know, this is what like the picture actually is supposed to look like. It's Mario, Bowser, and Peach, and then there's Gino and Mallow next to Mario and you know, Mario in general. Like, the both of them are there.
Yeah.
And that's usually what people think of, literally. Like, they're like the two like newcomers.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people maybe they're not like that fond of him because of like the whole thing. He's like a crybaby, and then later once you get Peach, you know, she kind of becomes the healer, you know, stuff like that.
But he has a pretty crazy arc, though.
Yeah, he has a pretty interesting arc. The fact that he's so important to the story, the fact that he's like your first buddy that you gain, stuff like that. I mean, he still is so tied to Mario RPG. And again, you know, all these characters are in S tier. It would be really cool to see them, you know, come back and see, you know, what are they up to and what would gameplay be like? What new moves would he have, like, in a sequel? What would, you know, stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
like he is an S tier. Like, he is so important and he's cool. And I don't know, I like using him and stuff, you know what I mean? So I think S tier for sure. So.
For sure.
Mario, I mean, that's memorable. Who the hell's Mario? You know? We can move on.
What are you talking about? Mario's the guy who, like, can you jump for me, please? And then, like, he like does the jump that stays in the air for like a few seconds.
Yeah, obviously Mario has to be an S tier because I mean he's like the poster boy, right?
He's literally the main playable character.
But you know he is like the least interesting of the cast. Obviously,
he doesn't really do much if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty fun how in this game he does all like the miming. Like, he like transforms into stuff when he's explaining what happened.
Oh, like he can do that stuff out.
Yeah, like he has some fun stuff like that. And like every time he goes to sleep, like the way he's like in a little bed with a little snot bubble, he like wakes up and jumps out of bed. Like there's memorable stuff about him. Like he is fun.
But he's basically just Mario.
He's just Mario, and you know, honestly, he has like less personality than like even other games and stuff.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean. So like, I'm fine with putting him in S tier. Obviously, you kind of have to. He's great to play as. You know, he has some cool moves. He has fun moments and stuff. But he is like the least interesting of like the cast, honestly. It's just Mario, you know, whatever. Peach, gotta give her an S, not only because, again, she's one of the playable characters. I feel like all of them, they just kind of default to S. But honestly,
she has a character development if you think about it to an extent.
Yeah, the fact that, again, kind of similar to Bowser, all you had really seen up to some of these characters right now is just the whole, oh, Peach gets kidnapped, you have to go save her, she thinks that's it. But the fact that here, so early on, she's a playable character, and yeah, the whole thing about like that she like, you know, oh, she shouldn't go. It looks like she's gonna stay in her room, but she breaks out to go with you.
Yeah.
Her interactions with the other characters are really interesting, honestly. The fact that she's so interesting gameplay wise, or like, yeah, she's like your healer and it's really cool, but then she has some moves that are really interesting, like the little bomb attack. I like using that quite a bit, honestly.
That's a pretty OP attack, too.
Yeah. So I think she's really cool in this game, and they made her really memorable. They made her really stand out. And honestly, I'm trying to think of times I've played as her that I really like her. Probably my favorite thing ever to play as her is probably in Mario Bros. 2, just because of the fact she can float. And then maybe this would be like my second favorite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like a third would maybe be like, I don't know, like Smash Bros or something.
Or something like that, yeah.
But honestly, this is probably my second favorite thing of playing with her. And I just think that it's cool, like all the moveset, and like, again, that she has like an actual like character. Like she's kind of, I don't know, she's interesting, you know what I mean? Like I really like her here.
For sure, yeah.
So S tier for sure, you know? Punchinello. Similar to some of these other weapon guys, I think he's like an A. I think he is pretty memorable. I think his parts in the story are kind of cool. The fact that the secret boss fight with him was like actually really hard. It was really weird. And the fact that he's not even one of, again, it's kind of weird how we have some of these people. He apparently isn't even one of Smithy's
that's the thing that
henchmen, which is really weird, right?
That's what makes it kind of weird because, okay, like you mentioned that Johnny has nothing to do with them, but like you look at Punchinello, you would think he's a part of Smithy.
Because he's like a living weapon guy. He's like a bomb.
And then not only that, but like the way he just acts and like
it's honestly
very like
the fact that he's not makes him kind of interesting. Is like, okay, like what is this guy's deal? I kind of want to know more about him,
like,
which we don't
is
get.
He really that selfish that he wants the wish, like one of the stars to actually use its power itself, or like what's?
Yeah, so honestly, I really like him. I think he's like an A tier. I don't think he's like so memorable. Like he's like tied to like the identity of like the game. But I think he's an A tier. I think similar to like Boyer and Clay Morton, I think a lot of these like living weapon guys that you fight, they're pretty interesting. Like the gimmicks too, with like the whole thing about like the bombs and like they march towards you, like all that stuff. Like to me, it is memorable. I wouldn't mind seeing these characters again.
I really wouldn't mind them.
So you know, like not like S tier, not like my top favorite, but I like them. So you know.
Yeah.
Next up, the main bad guy himself, Smithy.
Yeah, this is an ass.
Is an ass. I will admit, I think he is behind some of these other characters just because of the fact that you don't see him until the end, which is really weird, right? And the fact that when you do, he is a bit one note, but the fact that everything is because of him and his obsession so cool. with like, yeah, his fight is cool, that is another thing, but the fact that it's because of his obsession with like, again, we kind of talked about when we did the playthrough, it's all about like imagination and wishes and like not giving up and creativity versus cold, hard, you know, facts and reality and building and dominating and stuff. Like what he represents is pretty interesting.
Like his is kind of like the cold truth, I guess it's like saying, like kind of saying like no, like things are very strict, one-noted, which actually
very militaristic, very much about like you know just creating stuff for destruction. You know, like wishes are stupid. Creativity and imagination is stupid. It's just about like building and like what I can do with my hands and
repetitive
stuff.
Yeah, if you think
repetition
about it.
Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He is memorable, man. Like it's one of those things where like he might not be like, okay, you only see him until the end, which is kind of crazy, but even then when you do finally see him, you do remember him.
Yeah,
you do remember.
He gives a good impression for sure.
He leaves like a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think he's like more of an impression than some of these other guys. I'm telling you, like it's crazy that 𝐦𝐤𝐬𝐬, for instance, like he basically like represents when I think about Smithy. Honestly, like he's almost like the figurehead.
Yeah.
But Smithy's still pretty good, so I still put him like right there, S tier, like right in the middle. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Next up, 𝐦𝐤𝐬𝐬, which I guess in the other game he was called 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐬𝐬, or something like that, right? Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
Similar to the other weapons, I think he's an A tier. I think, honestly, he's even better than the other living weapons, honestly.
Oh, yeah, his fight is definitely better.
His fight is really cool, like, the atmosphere, the fact that he was, you know, taking over, like, the seaside town and, like, brainwashing everybody. Yeah, I think...
That was a pretty crazy fight.
Yeah, I think he's an A tier. I think basically all of those living weapons, except for, like, some, like, Cloaker and Domino and Boomer, I think most of them are A tier. Like, they're not perfect. I'm not going to say, like, they're tied against, like, the identity of the game. They're, like, my favorites, and, like, I want to see them come back, necessarily. Like, I'm dying to see them come back.
When you see them.
And I wouldn't mind them coming back, you know what I mean? So I think he earns a spot in, like, the A tier for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
𝐦𝐤𝐬𝐬, he's not unmemorable. I do think, you know, doing the stuff where you play the songs for him and you get, like, the discounts and you get the good items because of him is pretty good. So, I don't know if I would put him at, like, I'm torn between C and B, honestly.
Like, maybe B? Because even I had known about him, because again, it's weird to say it's hard to miss him, technically, but it kind of is, because even, like, the Frog Stage mentions him.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe, like, low B. Because it's just, you know, the only thing he really does is he asks you for the song, you play it, he says, like, oh, you did it.
Yeah.
But he is memorable. Like, you definitely remember that he's a part of the game where, oh, yeah, you do that thing where you play, like, the music for him, and he gives you the discounts, and, you know. So he's not unmemorable, but he's just kind of in the middle. It's like, okay, he's a fun little gimmick, you know, fun little mini game, but that's kind of it, you know. And then last but not least, Valentina. I mean, that has to be an S tier. She's pretty memorable. She goes... man. Like, here maybe.
Yeah, usually a lot of people, when they think of RPG, Super Mario RPG, they think of her. Because,
I mean, interesting design. We don't know, like, really what she is, what her deal is with the bird on her head. Her part of the story is really interesting with her trying to be, like, an usurper, take over the throne, the whole thing with Dodo and having him pose as, you know, Mallow, locking up the king and queen. The fact that later she's hating on Booster's hilarious and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
The jiggle physics. I mean, we just gotta be honest. Jiggle physics stand out.
Everyone thinks about that legit. Like, they'll be like top 10 characters this and that with like whatever from like kids games. Sometimes they'll even put that.
Oh my god!
And they bring her up, and it's like because they.
I mean, but to be fair, yeah, she is a part of RPG. Like she is one of those characters that you remember, same as like Booster. One of those recurring characters that she is tied to the identity of it. she feels like if they made a sequel, she would need to come back in some way.
At some way, yeah.
Even if it's just like, oh, we see that she's still, like, I don't know, trying to get after Booster or some shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think S tier is pretty good for her. And there you go. I think that is our tier list. Again, there's other characters we could have put, but some of them, honestly, I was looking for images of them. There wasn't really images of them available, or I don't know. These ones just felt right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, yes, there's more characters, but this is what we chose to do. You know, take it or leave it. Okay, so in S tier, we have Culex, 𝐥𝐤𝐤, Geno, Mallow, Booster, Smithy, Peach, Bowser, Valentina, Frogsage, Dodo, and Mario himself. A tier, we have Axum Rangers, Balone, Krokos, Spiridovic, Boyer, Clay Morton, Punchinello, Jinx, Johnny, and Zara Dragon. B tier, we have Chef Tort and his apprentice, Baby Fat, Boshi, Cindertoad, Countdown, Dynamite, and Todovsky. C tier, all alone, we actually have Boomer. And then unmemorable, we have Chancellor and Cloaker and Domino.
Yeah.
So we have it from characters that we feel are tied to the identity of the game, that we feel like the game would not be the same without them. They play a huge part, and honestly, if there was ever a sequel, like, we would have to see them return in some way. Then followed by characters that are pretty memorable, but they just fall a little bit short of S tier for whatever reason. B, characters are in the middle. They're fine, but, you know, maybe they didn't play that big of a part or something.
Yeah.
C, I don't know, kind of, you know, you still remember them, but it's kind of meh. Unmemorable. If you took them out, the game probably wouldn't be any different. They make no difference.
They
basically.
really wouldn't, yeah. I don't think there would be a person that'd be like, oh yeah, like, you know, like a Chancellor, that would fit perfect for, like, this game. It's like...
Yeah, like, if they changed it where it was literally just... all the Toads were there, and they're talking about, like, what's happening, and there's, like, not one that's leading them, it would have been the same thing.
It would have been the same thing.
Or if, again, it was just Peach's castle, and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys, and she leaves, it would have been the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I think Cloaker and Domino, they're probably the most, like, boring, unmemorable of the boss fights, to me, honestly.
Yeah, they really
Like, they didn't really have that much of an impression. They just feel like they're kind of like, okay, I kind of just want to get through you to get to, like, the factory, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. That is our tier list. Again, it's just our opinion. This is what we think. But all the same, leave us in the comments below what you think, where you would rank these different characters. And if there's any characters that we didn't put here, I'm just curious, you know, who and where would you put them? Just wondering. But there you have it. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you, Legend of Jonathan, for being here within our tier list.
You're welcome, man. It was pretty fun, you know. This one was more interesting, yet it was more easier compared to like previous ones we've done.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it was kind of easy to decide where to put stuff. It wasn't that hard. There's only like one or two that maybe I was kind of iffy about. So,
yeah.
All right, there you have it. That is in our tier list. We will try to be back, hopefully, kind of soon with another one. I don't quite know if I have an idea for the next one, but I don't know. I really like using Open Tier Boy. I feel like, you know, I really like doing these tier lists. They're really fun. Maybe the next one will be somewhere around Halloween time. That could work, right?
That can work, yeah.
But until then, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.